Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Brittany. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Please consider subscribing. I do a little bit of everything over here, a lot of hair and wig content. That's what I'm known for. I do a lot of fashion, some makeup, some home decor, some vlogging every now and then. Just anything I'm inspired to put on my channel, I'll put it on my channel. So if that sounds like something you would be interested in, please consider subscribing. Shout out to my returning subscribers watching as well. Thank you so much. And shout out to my Premiere Squad. Okay, so if you want to be a part of Premiere Squad, all you have to do is subscribe and turn on your notifications, and you'll be notified every time that I do uploads. I tend to upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but usually on those days. So in today's video, I am going to be doing an updated version of my wig supply essentials. I'm just going to be sticking to wig supply essentials, not really like hair care. Yeah, so I did one in 2020, but the way that I style my wigs and apply them has changed a lot. Some things that were really relevant with my application back then, I don't really use in my process of applying my wigs. So they're probably not going to be in order because I was just writing them down as they were coming to my head, and I was looking at all the stuff that's in my room. So first of all, the Eben Wonder Lace Bond Adhesive Spray, specifically the Supreme one in the black bottle, okay? For years, I was using the Got2b Glued spray in the yellow bottle, but then I heard Taste Pink talk about this red one here. I started using this one in 2021, and I stopped using my Got2b Glued spray, and this is very good. This is the active one, but then I heard people raving about the black bottle, so I finally used this one. I think I started using this one at the beginning of 2022. This is so good. You can use it alone. I haven't had any issues with it. I swear by it. It works very well. I like these smaller cans because it's just like easier to be in the hand. Really like the black bottle, but the red one is good too. I feel like it has a stronger hold than Got2b Glued used to have, but use whatever you want. But I have used all of them, and the black bottle is the best hold in my opinion. I can just use this for my installs and that's it, but a lot of times I like to follow it up with the Got2b Glued gel in the black bottle, and I've been using that for years. After I have used this, blow dried my lace, and I want to have like a really good melt, I'll put some of the gel on the back of my hand, take a rat tail comb, and then smooth it over my lace and blow dry that, and it has a very melted finish to it, and it looks very good. So I like to use both of those together or just this one by itself. Really good. And in that process, I have started to use melt bands. So Taste Pink put me on to using the elastic back in 2021 because that tension does help with laying your lace and melting your lace. But we were just tying the elastic back then, but then companies started to release melt bands, which is elastic that has Velcro on the back. So that's a lot easier than tying the elastic, but they have like multi-packs on Amazon now. So I really love the melt bands. I have several of them, and they are an essential in my wig application process. Next up, the Continuous Flow spray bottle here. I use these to like refresh my curly wigs, or I'd use this when I'm, wetting my natural hair as well. I've been using these for years. You don't have to keep pulling the little trigger on here. Once you spray it one time, the flow is going to be continuous like it says. Big fan of these. This is great for wetting your hair down, wetting your wigs down. I do swear by the Style Factor Edge Booster Edge Control. That's what I use here. I have type 4 hair, and I feel like it lays my edges down very well, and it has a nice strong hold to it. So with the edge booster, I like to use my edge brush. Back in the day, I used to use the toothbrush, but I feel like the edge brushes are just nicer now. They have a end where you can scoop out the product, apply it on your edges, and then you have the comb side as well as like a bristle brush side to the edge brush. So those are essential for me. But I also do like old school hard bristle brushes, especially when I'm trying to blend leave out with a wig. That helps a lot. So still a big fan of having a hard bristle brush in your collection. And as far as like clumping curls and stuff like that, I like to still use my Felicia Leatherwood brush. Now they can be hard to find sometimes because I have the full size one here that I picked up on Amazon like 3 years ago at this point. It helps to clump the curls very well. But they have some off-brand ones on Amazon, as well as you can use like the Tangle Teezer, but I really do like the Felicia Leatherwood brush. If I can find the full size or the travel size, I'll put it in the description box for you guys. Yes, and with the Felicia Leatherwood brush, I typically use it on my natural hair, but certainly with my kinky curly wigs or curly wigs in general. And Kyra Shine put me onto this next product that I use in tandem with my Felicia Leatherwood brush. This is the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Frizz-Free Curl Mousse. These two products, this product is the only product I really need for my curly wigs. I used to style my curly wigs with different products and stuff back in 2020, but after she put me onto this, this is really all I need. It's very lightweight and it doesn't make the curls hard, because the process I used to use in 2020, curls would be defined and dry, and completely dry, but it wouldn't be soft still. So this makes the curls soft to the touch. It's not sticky, because I had to throw it away. It was terrible. I forgot what brand it was, but it was some mousse that I tried and it was so sticky. This is not sticky. It makes the hair soft. I think it's great. This is the only product I use for my curly wigs. With my full lace wigs and with my U-part wigs and half wigs, these are essential. You gotta have a hot comb. So I used to use the Andis hot comb, but mine just randomly stopped working in 2022. So I picked up this hot comb from Target. This is a Conair hot comb here. It has 3 different settings on here. One for $250, $350, and then $425. I usually use the one in the middle because I don't feel like I need that much. I don't think I need $425 on my roots, but I use this on my natural hair and for making the tops of my wigs very sleek and getting the roots together, my own roots and the roots on my wigs together. So this is absolutely essential for a very nice install. I also use a flat iron, so it doesn't really matter the brand like that. This is a Densley flat iron. I have this, I think this is 1.5 inches if I'm not mistaken. Then I have one that's like 3 inches, something like that. But I haven't used it yet. I picked up this Baby Bliss Pro flat iron here. It goes up to $465. The reason I picked it up is because the lady that did my sew-in, she used this on my natural hair and my hair was laid, okay? And I have type 4 natural hair, no perm or anything. So I wanted to try it out on my own. I'm gonna have to keep you guys updated because that was very expensive, but I picked it up from Amazon. So you need a hot comb and a flat iron. And I would also recommend a heat protectant. Use any kind that you want. The one I'm currently using is the Chi 44 Iron Guard Thermal Protection Spray here. Now I'm not gonna say it's the, like I can compare it to other brands, but I have heard that the Chi brand is really good, so I just decided to pick this up. But you do need a heat protectant regardless of the brand that you decide to use. And next up, I would recommend a hair wax or like a flyaway tamer. I don't know how to pronounce this company here, but I picked up this particular wax stick from Amazon here, and you just put it on your leave out where you're having some flyaways, or on the wig that you have that has flyaways. And once you add some heat to it, it's going to be laid and those flyaways will be gone. These kinds of products are really great just for making your installs look more professional and neat and everything. I personally prefer black wig caps. I always have, because I've noticed a lot of times with the lighter wig caps, they show through the lace. So my black wig caps have always come through for me most of the time. I'm going to say like 90% of the time the black wig caps don't show through the lace. Now if you have really good thin HD whatever kind of lace, the black wig caps will show through as well. I'm a person who doesn't do the ball cap method because my installs look natural anyway, in my opinion, so I never do the ball cap method. So I prefer black wig caps. I think they look really good underneath all the wigs. And let's just say you got a thin wig, you won't see it through your wig. If you have a super light wig cap and your wig is thin, you'll probably see it through like the wefts or mesh areas in your wig. So highly recommend just getting a black wig cap. Now, I wanted to note this. Wig grips are great because they don't cause tension on your edges and stuff like that. And I still recommend getting a wig grip But I have noticed I haven't used a wig grip in definitely over a year. That wasn't essential for me a couple of years ago, and I still recommend it to protect your edges, but I don't really use it that much like I used to. But I do want to mention that because that could be helpful for protecting your edges. Bobby pins, especially with like U-part wigs, and just like if you have a wig that it's too big for your head, you can add extra security with bobby pins. But bobby pins, you can use them for everything. I use them for so many things to add more security to my wig. When I'm doing like the sensational UD wigs, when I'm doing the half up, half down styles, I use bobby pins. They're just essential. You gotta have them. You know, the kind that are like this, and the more open mouth kinds of bobby pins as well. Okay, these clips here, these alligator clips, they are so essential too. Like when you're trying to get some of your wig out of the way while you're styling a certain section, you're gonna need these clips. So I have several of them. A lot of human hair companies send me these, so I just keep them all. Really recommend keeping these. And of course, I gotta mention the Simply Styling silicone spray that Gladys put me onto. I've been using that since 2021, I'm pretty sure. So if you want to revive your wig or maintain it, highly recommend using that spray. The pure silicone in the spray helps to like revive those fibers in your wig. Now, I don't use it on my super curly wigs, but anything that is straight or wavy, it works very well on. Just use that spray and a paddle brush and your wig is back in motion. And I want to kind of mention this. I'm going to have to use it myself, but Miss Chrissy, she uses the Brandywine shampoo and conditioner, and she swears by it. She has a really good video on her reviving a body wave wig, I think from Sensational. I think it's from Sensational. And she brought it back to life with the shampoo and conditioner, and it's formulated specifically for synthetic wigs. I bought it, but I haven't used it yet. But I did want to mention this in this video just in case you're looking for something to revive and maintain your synthetic wigs. Shout out to Miss Chrissy. Definitely watch her video on that because it's very helpful. Something else, I am not going to mention a lace tint. I probably mentioned a lace tint spray. Maybe I did in 2020, but I don't even use lace tint sprays anymore. The only thing that I use, I apply my wig, I make sure the lace is dry completely, and then I add either my foundation left over from my foundation brush, or I use my cream contour left over on my brush after doing my cream contour. I just feel like it looks better and it's more custom to my skin tone. A lot of times with the lace tints I've tried, they don't look that good when you go outside. So I prefer to just use my foundation or a cream contour to tint my lace, but it's just gonna depend on your skin tone and everything. But what I do recommend is getting a pressed powder for your parting space. I feel like pressed powder looks more, I've been saying this for years though, I feel like pressed powder looks better in your parting space than a liquid foundation. Powder just goes on more softly in your parting space versus the foundation. To me, the liquid foundation looks a little bit too hard and unrealistic in my opinion. So I tend to go with a pressed powder. Maybelline has a nice shade range and it's affordable and accessible to a lot of people. So highly recommend that. And you can use brands like Black Radiance as well. Hair ties, of course, because I like to do half up, half down styles a lot. So I gotta have some hair ties in my collection. The rat tail comb, I use that so much every single day to make sure my parting is good. To create parts, it's just essential. You gotta have a rat tail comb. And scissors, of course. I like to use smaller scissors. I like to use these small scissors here. And then I have these bigger scissors when I'm like doing layers in my wig. So I'm popping in because I forgot like 2 important things that I use all the time. I use a blow dryer all the time when it's a wig essential. You gotta have that. A blow dryer and a paddle brush. I use a paddle brush. I know I mentioned the Felicia Leatherwood brush, but I also use a paddle brush as well. So those are really important to me. Now there's a lot of other stuff that I did not include, but these are the, really important ones. On my wig essentials category on my Amazon storefront, I have way more stuff than I mentioned in this video. So definitely check that out if you want to see all the stuff I use in general. So I'll see you guys later. I think those are all of my essentials. I might have forgotten like 1 or 2 things, but for the most part, these are the things that I use pretty much every time that I do my installs. Some more than others, but I wanted to just kind of keep it to these items. So I hope this was helpful to you guys, especially for people who are trying to improve with their wig application, or you're a beginner. So or if you're advanced and you just want to use some of the products that I have that you don't usually use in your process. So I hope it was helpful to you guys. If it was, give this video a thumbs up and tell me in the comment section. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.